The next section of our BOF is going to be our traditional voice of the community and open discussion. This is when we give you some prompts and then we're going to open up the floor to have open discussion on how we as the IO500 committee can better serve you going forward, because we really want to provide a resource that's useful for everybody, and the best way that we know to do that is to ask you what we can do to make things better. The first thing is just as a reminder, if there's something that you believe could be an improvement or something that makes IO500 more useful, we do have a formal process for this that's available on the IO500 website. Here's just the summary text of it, but you can go to the URL on the bottom of the screen there, and that will take you to the live version of this. We just want something essentially that is reasonably well thought out, doesn't have to be really long and complex, but enough to give us the information so that we can then start having a discussion on what's the best way to proceed with the idea. The next issue is one that we've been dealing with for a while now, and we still don't have good answers for, but we're starting to make a little bit of progress, and we hope that Luke's work is something that can give us some more insights on how to do that. And that's all of these things like production versus benchmark systems, vendor systems versus customer systems. Is it a production file system or a research file system? And is data loss considered a critical issue or not? Do they do um, redundancy, or do they do erasure coding? There's lots of different things that can really seriously change the performance of the system, and how to really try to have a fair comparison is something that we'd like to do. And so if anybody has any ideas on how we can really better address these kinds of issues, we really would like your feedback, because we have a lot of nuance that we've been dealing with on these, and we haven't been able to break past that to have anything that we felt like was a clear, bright line that said, this is how we can divide between these two kinds of things fairly. And with that, we'd like to open it up and we'll switch over and just have live discussion with everybody on cadmium.